Hello everybody and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. Guys, we're going to be talking Aaron Ramsey today, the Welsh midfielder who's eyeing up a move to the Premier League in this January transfer window. He's already rejected advances from Burnley, which came earlier on in the window, but it's looking increasingly likely that he could be heading to Crystal Palace in this transfer window. Guys, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new here, please give us a subscribe as well. Thank you. Let's jump into it then. Aaron Ramsey, the Welsh international, he's eyeing up a move to the Premier League this January transfer window, and it's looking increasingly likely that Crystal Palace could be the club that he's heading to. Now, the main reason for that is former Arsenal man, of course, both of them being former Arsenal players, Patrick Vieira. Ramsey likes the idea of playing for Patrick Vieira, and it was actually transfer expert and insider Dean Jones which spoke about this the other day. Patrick, and this is what he had to say. Patrick Vieira is somebody he respects highly at this stage of his career. He sees Vieira as the perfect person to work with, and Crystal Palace is a good profile of club based on what they've done so far this season. And it has to be said, what a season for Crystal Palace. I'll put my hands up. I was not convinced by Patrick Vieira. I didn't see that he had that pedigree to be a Premier League manager based off his previous experience. And look, nobody likes to say that they've been proven wrong, but God, he has definitely proven me wrong, and fair play to him. The football that Palace is playing, and more importantly, in the space of just one season, they've managed to turn around a very aging squad into this fresh, young set of talent. The likes of Eze, of course, and there's obviously more young talent to that as well. I think this is a really exciting Crystal Palace team. I really do. And you could see why Aaron Ramsey would want to join Crystal Palace and work with Patrick Vieira. Now, let's talk about Aaron Ramsey and some more. Obviously, the previous Arsenal man. He hasn't had a great time at Juve, but if he could get back to his former Arsenal days, what a signing this would be for Palace. And actually, it would give some reassurance. Of course, Conor Gallagher's been having the season of his life, but due to that, it does appear that he may be going back to Chelsea at the end of the season. Ramsey can play as a defensive mid, a centre mid, and attacking mid. You know, he really is a versatile midfielder. So if needed, come next season, he could provide the answer to Conor Gallagher returning from his loan spell at Chelsea. I'm sure Crystal Palace fans will be hoping for Palace to buy him in the summer, but really with his form, I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea did recall him at the end of the season, of course, and then look to play him in their team come next season. Well, obviously, you know, he's not had a great time, as I said, at Juve. This season alone shows it. He's only made 5 appearances, 111 minutes in total as well from those 5 appearances, and which has really not developed any goals or assists, which is, look, it's questionable, but he has had a horrid time at Juve, really hasn't adapted to the Italian league. Obviously went there for a big payday. Well, maybe didn't go there for a big payday, but let's face it, he's on 400k a week. So, you know, it does have to be said that he definitely was paid well at his time at Juve. But he's picked up a host of injuries, and unfortunately, he's just not had a good time in Italy at all. But if we look back to his Premier League stats, 262 appearances, 40 goals and 51 assists. If he could get back to those playing days, it really has to be said that he would, he would be such a great signing. And it's a signing that's coming on the cheap as well, because, of course, Juve just want to offload I suppose they just want to offload the fact that he's on 400k a week. So, you know, a loan signing, a loan with an option to buy really does look likely in this transfer window. And it does have to be said that Aaron Ramsey is now more focused on playing regular football. So, okay, yes, he's on 400k a week at the moment, but he's definitely up for the idea of dropping down wages, and more ideally, I guess, I believe he comes to the end of his contract at the end of the season, so a loan with an option to buy would also solve that as well. So it has to be said with Aaron Ramsey, you know, he's been linked with a host of Premier League clubs. He did actually, he has been linked with a return to Arsenal. You can see why with their midfield crisis at the moment, but it is believed that he won't actually end up signing for a team inside the top 6. Just due to the fact of it's a bit of a gamble with his age, obviously, and also his recent form. But I still do believe there is a great player to be had there if he can get back to playing more regular football. And of course, with Wales having important playoff games coming up for the World Cup, and even potentially head into the World Cup at the end of the year, you can really see why it would be important for Aaron Ramsey to get back to playing regular football. And ideally, he wants to do that in the Premier League, and even perhaps with Crystal Palace. Guys, if you're watching this video, as I said, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to as well. Understand you guys are playing, if you're a Palace fan watching this, you've got the big one against Brighton. Wish you all the very best for that. If you are watching after, let's just hope it went your way. If it didn't, I do apologise. And hopefully I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye.